voy a mirar esto de aquí. Examina la caja.
A box with a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here.
Dice que habrá herramientas ahí para...
Locked.
Bang! Bang! Don't move!
Matt, have you gone mad?
I'll shoot! Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past the window.
Yes, sure. Now get moving.
Oh, man.
Dicho que pensaba que era un fantasma y este ha dicho que no. Que los fantasmas no existen y dice que acaba de ver uno, que sí que existen, que acaba de ver uno pasando por la ventana.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to...
Que está, que la caja está cerrada con candado y que no voy a poder abrirlo sin una llave. Voy a mirar la escalera esta.
The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed. The wind, tunnels... No, I'll stay down here.
Ha dicho que sería suicida subir por las escaleras. Bueno, pues voy a ver si tengo algo para abrir. Bueno, de momento voy a ver esto.
In the wind is really no place to be reading the newspaper. I'd better go back inside.
Ha dicho que eso, con el viento, que mejor entra dentro para leerlo.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if I don't have any pressing questions.
Bueno, pues voy a echarle un vistazo a eso, al periódico. No, vale, pensaba que había salido de nuevo.
Luna's Drops, the calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility. Luna's Drops. A story about the upcoming Oscars and Cleopatra's chances of winning. An incredible feat. They built the largest movie set of all time in Rome. And because of the main actress's many illnesses, several changes of director and months of delays, cost shot to over $40 million. The most expensive movie ever made. A record never to be broken.
Vale, lo primero era el anuncio en el Elixir, ahora un artículo sobre Cleopatra, la película más cara de la historia, algo así ha dicho.
John Surtees won the Formula One World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win world championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea. Too loud, too fast, too much exhaust.
Vale, un artículo sobre Fórmula 1. El rollo es que ha dicho que había ganado el premio no sé qué del año 1950 y algo. Y esto parece, esta época parece bastante anterior, pero bueno. Vale, pues ya he leído todo, ¿no? ¿Qué dices? Queda esto.
Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion. Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Vale, eso habla sobre el robo en el museo y ha dicho que eso, que el guardia ese que acompaña al inspector, que bueno, eso antes lo hemos podido deducir, eso, que había estado, es el guardia que está en el museo cuando ha explotado eso. Y ha dicho que el tío ese pues estaba en el robo de la primera joya y ahora está protegiendo la segunda. A ver la pistola, a ver si puedo hacer algo con ella.
Matt will get his pistol back in Venice. That and a good dressing down. I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt.
Bueno, voy a intentar combinar la pistola esta con algo del inventario. Con esto no puedo, con esto no puedo, con esto no puedo. Ey. Vale, creo que estoy leyendo de nuevo el periódico, vale. Estoy intentando eso, combinar las cosas. Vale, el periódico directamente no lo puedo combinar. Cuando lo selecciono me mete. Pues no puedo combinarlo con nada.
For my heart. I'm supposed my daughter, but I wasn't.
Oh, Constable?
Yes, ma'am.
My son didn't make any trouble for you, I hope. It's just that he just walked past us, silent and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you. Matty is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He's gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Matty's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
Of course. I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
Very well. Thank you again, Constable.
Vale, pues eso, le ha contado lo de... Le ha preguntado que si le había hecho algo al niño, le ha contado lo del incidente y le ha dicho eso, que a veces necesita un toque de atención, una mano dura o algo así. Y eso, al final pues le hemos devuelto la pistola, aunque no sé por qué. Joder.
I think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front of Lady Westmacott. She seems to take it as an inappropriate distraction from her work, although she's just knitting. Taking up a craft like that is typical of women who were told as little girls that idleness is a sin.
que no sé para quién.
There are thousands, but...
Bueno, no puedo hablar con ninguna de las dos.
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue blood on the Orient Express.
Esto me lo había pasado antes.
Yes, what is it?
Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At the very least, I cannot find it, sir.
It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What?
In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse.
Ha dicho que le han robado su monedero en Zurich, como al otro le han robado también el maletín. Y esta se supone que es baronesa, es de sangre azul. La que está ahí detrás, poceando. Vale, le voy a preguntar por los otros
If
pasajeros.
I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
Me he dicho que eso, que le encuentre su monedero a...
The Baroness seems to have a special personality. I better not bother her until I find her purse.
Pues que mejor no la molesto hasta que encuentre su monedero.
Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted...
Please, I have...
Vale, que no habla conmigo porque... hasta que no encuentre su llave. Joder. Vale, ahí está de nuevo el niño. No me deja ni girar hacia atrás. Estoy intentando eso, seleccionar la puerta.
You can easily lock the compartment.
But I...
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out.
Voy a intentarlo combinar con algo, el palillo este o... nada. No creo que pueda combinarlo con nada de esto, pero bueno, por probarlo tampoco pierdo nada.
The door is locked. I'm at a loss.
Yo creo que el monedero podría tenerlo el tipo este, el violinista este, que ha dicho eso, que le interesaba mucho la pasta y tal, igual se lo ha robado a la anciana. Joder. Es que los controles son una mierda. Vale, voy a hablar con el niño.
Hello, Matt. Oh, come on. Are you going to be angry with me for the rest of the trip?
Until I get my pistol back.
I gave it to your mother.
Oh, man. Couldn't you have just raked me over the coals?
Would you have learned anything from that?
I didn't learn anything from this either.
Dice que no quiere hablar conmigo porque hasta que no le vuelva su pistola.
Come on, Matt. Did you really think that you can ignore me for longer than I can ignore you? I'm Swiss. It's practically a national sport. Matt is digging in his heels. I won't get anything out of him as long as he's angry with me. Matt is digging. I won't get anything.
Tendré que eso, devolver la pistola.
Should I ask for an autograph? That would be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand...
Ha cogido el libro para pedirle un autógrafo. Y ahora voy a probar una cosilla. Si es que me deja, claro, porque...
We Swiss are crazy about trains. I have no reason to bother the violinist. He can stay in the stuffy air if he prefers.
Vale, quería probar a combinarle el polvo ese de grafito con la ventana para manchar al tipo este, a ver si se piraba y podía requistar sus cosas. Bueno, voy a hablar con él.
If I may trouble you once more. A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
No me creo nada. Ha dicho que no ha visto el monedero. Pero para mí
I don't know what more to ask. He hasn't noticed anything suspicious. I have no reason to bother.
Vale, pues voy a... Bueno, voy a mirar el libro, a ver si puedo hacerlo con él.
I like the book. It describes life in a small English village. The characters are lifelike, and you can tell that it's based on the author's own experiences.
Vale, quiero asegurarme de que aquí no hay nada más. Bueno, pues voy a ver si puedo recuperar la pistola del niño o a ver qué es, si hago que me firme la novela y me da el boli y puedo hacer algo con él o no sé.
Excuse me, Lady Westmacott.
Constable Zellner, how can I help you?
A passenger's purse has gone missing. I suppose you haven't seen it.
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. As you know, I only deal with murder, not burglary.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding things.
I'll go and do that now.
Vale, ha dicho que le pregunto por el monedero. Ha dicho que eso, que no lo ha visto. Y la otra me ha dicho que si le he preguntado a su hijo, que es bueno buscando cosas. Pero claro, no quiere hablar con nosotros porque no tiene la pistola. Le voy a decir que me firme el libro.
I was wondering if you might...
Sign your book, Constable Zellner?
If it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience. but only a small one. You are welcome.
Thank you so very much. Another time. Farewell, Lady Westmacott.
Constable?
Y no me da el bolín ya.
There are thousands of things I would like to ask her, but I think it's uncomfortable for her when I talk to her in front. Although Mrs. Miller made a good impression, but I imagine.
Vale, pues no sé, voy a darle los azucarillos al niño a ver si se hace las paces ya. Con eso. Y lo de que me firme el libro no sé para qué me ha servido, pero bueno.
For brave Constable Anton Jacob Zeller, whose time shall surely come, Clarissa Westmacott, DBE.
Esa es la dedicatoria.
Matt is digging in his heels. I won't get anything out.
Vale.
Matt is digging in his... I won't get in... Would you like a butterscotch?
You think you can bribe me?
I have no reason to. You made trouble and got punished for it. Take it as a peace offering.
Just 4?
If I'm faster than you, there'll only be 3.
Hey!
Friends again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. And no dangerous nonsense anymore.
Okay.
Vale, pues ya hemos hecho las paces.
Your mother is Lady Westmacott's companion, correct?
Yeah, but it's not like you think. At first I thought, boy, you must be really wicked if you need to pay for friends. But the lady's really okay. A bit odd and really old. But other than that, she's great. She likes me.
The lady has peculiar taste.
Hey!
Está preguntando por la mujer esa, la escritora.
You and your mother, do you both live on Lady Westmacott's estate?
I'm only there for the holidays. Most of the time I'm at boarding school.
I imagine that's not very pleasant.
No, it's fine. I have friends there. You always have to be so quiet in the lady's house, and I'm not allowed to bring any friends.
Such a big house with so many places to hide, and no one to play hide and seek with.
You said it.
Pues ha dicho que viven en verano con ella o algo así. Pero vamos, que no le gusta.
And how long has your mother worked for the lady?
2 years.
And your father? What does he do?
He stayed home. I used to go fishing with him, and hunting. He even let me shoot a real gun.
And then?
Then Mom fought with him, and he left. I was 7.
Vale, que le preguntó por su padre y eso. Por lo que ha dicho, pues debieron divorciar.
Oh, and how old are you now?
In 8 months, I'll be 9 years old.
And do you already know what you want to be when you grow up? A burglar?
No. We'll see. Maybe an actor.
Really? Well, I don't know.
Ahora está
You need a
preguntando
lot of talent for that. I'm an actor in a theater group, you know?
You are?
Oh, yes. And I'm one of the best in our group, if I may say so. I get really deep into my roles, you know? I don't just talk like the character. I think like him. I become him. It's the only way to... Matt, are you okay?
I think you just have to be good at copying things to be an actor.
That wasn't bad. Disturbing, but not bad.
Le ha dicho eso, que quiere ser un actor de mayor. Y el otro le ha dicho que está en un grupo de teatro y que hay que ser... hay que pensar como el papel que interpretas, meterte, vamos, en su piel. Y el otro ha empezado a toser y bueno, está actuando. Vale.
The Baroness in the second compartment over there is missing her purse. Do you have any
Si me he
idea
ido con
where
el
it could be?
monedero de la baronesa.
Do I ever?
Hmm?
That guy over there with the violin case?
Que lo tiene, ¿no? Me decir
What
que lo
about?
tiene.
He picked up something in Zurich and put it in his violin case.
Really?
Yeah, and he made sure that nobody saw him.
But you saw him.
Uh-huh.
Did you also see what it was?
Nah, not really. But now that I think of it, it must have been the Baroness's purse.
I should look into it, shouldn't I?
I think so.
Ha dicho que le vio meter algo en Zurich al tío ese del violín en la funda del violín. Y que ahora que lo piensa debe ser el monedero de la baronesa.
Tell me, have you seen the steward anywhere?
No. He was walking around a little while ago, though.
Hopefully they didn't forget him in Zurich.
What's he supposed to do?
I'm looking for a key to open a compartment door.
Did you check his things behind the counter?
I'm sure the drawers will be locked.
Can't you break it open? Or pick the lock like the Raven?
Perhaps. But I'd need a piece of wire or something like that.
Ask my mom. She has a lot of hairpins. She doesn't like the wind messing up her hair.
Thanks for the tip. So long.
So longer.
Pues me ha sido bastante útil el chico este. Le he preguntado por el camarero que se lo había visto y ha sido lo de que estoy buscando la llave para abrir el compartimento de este y que tengo que abrir me ha dicho que eso, que si he mirado entre sus cosas y le he dicho que hay un cajón pero que está cerrado y me ha dicho que si no puedo abrirlo y le he dicho que para eso necesitaría un trozo de alambre o algo así. Me ha dicho que hablé con su madre que tiene horquillas para el pelo o algo así. Vale, no puedo decirle nada más.
I have no idea what I'd say to Matt.
Vale, ahora voy a hablar con el tipo este. Hey, ¿qué es esto?
Excuse me, sir. About the purse.
Ah, yes? Has it been found?
Someone saw you with your violin case on the platform in Zurich.
What's the meaning of this? I didn't steal anything.
Nobody said you did. I just wanted to ask you whether you might have noticed anything on the platform.
Ah, well...
Why did you think I was accusing you?
Well, I thought... because you mentioned my violin case in the context of the purse.
Apropos, may I have a look at your violin? It must be a very extraordinary piece.
Oh, that's not possible. It's a genuine Granelli.
Very valuable.
Very. And also very sensitive.
What could harm it here? Light? Air? May I ask you to open the violin case?
No, you may not. I'm not guilty of anything.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
Then I'm afraid you need a warrant. I will not stand back and let you rifle through my belongings.
Vale, le he preguntado por el monedero.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Y he mencionado lo de que le dieron con el violín en la estación y él enseguida ha dicho que él no ha robado nada y vamos, que se ha delatado. Y el tío este le ha pedido que abra el violín, pero dice que necesitará una orden para eso porque es muy valioso y no quiere que se dañe, que es una trola, pero bueno.
I think the violinist is hiding something. But to be sure that Matt was right, I have to get a look in the violin case. How can I do that without the violinist's consent?
Vale, eso tiene que ver con la ventana, vamos.
All right, Matt. Tell me now. The violinist won't let me check his violin case.
Of course he won't. He's hiding something. Should I distract him? Then you can have a look in his case.
What do you suggest?
I could tell him there's a suitcase full of money in the next carriage. If he's a thief, he'll definitely want to take a look at it.
I don't think he'll fall for that.
Or I could insult him and then run away. He'll try to catch me, and you'll have a chance to look in that violin case.
Now that I think about it, this is something I have to attend to on my own. It would be expecting a bit much from a little boy.
Little boy? You must be kidding.
Sorry, Sheriff, but your idea about distracting him is good all the same. So long.
So longer.
I've no idea what I'd say to Matt.
What are you doing? Didn't I make myself clear? The window stays closed.
Me he dicho que cierre la ventana y no voy a salir.
You're not alone on this train. I want the window open.
Ahora cuando se levante a cerrarla, me voy.
Swiss politeness doesn't seem to be what it used to be. I'm not going to catch a cold because of you. Go somewhere else if you don't like it.
I think the violinist, but to be... Huh? I think the... But how can I...
Vale, voy a hablar con el niño para que abra la ventana.
I have no idea what I...
Joder, no jodas.
That makes no sense. The violinist would close the window immediately, and I wouldn't have enough time to search his violin case. That makes no sense.
Sí que no tiene sentido que
the violinist would close the window immediately, and I wouldn't have enough time to search his violin case.
Y no le daría tiempo a buscar en esto.
I have no idea what... I think the viol... But... Huh?
Bueno, estoy intentando ahora hablar con él. No, con este no.
The violinist is uncooperative. I'm not authorized to search his belongings against his will and without a good reason, and he knows it. I have to come up with something.
Bueno, voy a intentar hacer alguna cosa. Voy a intentar combinar con algo la ventana.
The tip of the toothpick is stuck between the window and the rudder.
Vale, he metido el palillo.
Superiors.
Well, that's not what you expect to find in a violin case. An old one, but probably still fully functional.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I was taking your case for safekeeping, since it was left here unattended. When I picked it up, the cover unlatched.
I never leave my violin unattended.
Ah, then no one else could have put this purse in your case.
Someone must have snuck it in, like you.
Aha, for sure. And you have a pistol in the case because...
I don't owe you an explanation. It's mine. I have a gun license. Now, Take the damned purse to the Baroness and leave me in peace. Just get lost.
It won't be that easy. I'll report the incident to the Italian authorities in Venice.
Vale, eso, que encontró el monedero y dice que tiene licencia de armas y que alguien se lo ha puesto en esto, pero vamos, que no vuela. Y que, bueno, Potier dice que va a dar parte de esto cuando lleguen a Italia. En Venecia. Pero vamos, que él podría detenerlo, ya que es policía, se supone. Vale, pues tengo el monedero, voy a hablar con la mujer esta.
Oh, Inspector, did you find the Baroness's purse?
I did indeed.
You did? Out of my way, James. Oh, wunderbar. Tremendous work, Inspector.
Constable, Baroness. Constable Anton Jakob Zellner at your service.
Vale, el motivo del viaje.
May I ask you where this beautiful train is taking you?
To the madhouse, I'm afraid. One is close to the brink of insanity with this constant shaking and rattling.
Have you ever tried flying, Baroness?
Do you know how little luggage one is permitted upon an aeroplane? It defies all reason and good taste.
El robo en el museo.
Have you heard about the burglary at the British Museum?
Heard about it? I'm directly affected by it.
How so?
I'm in charge of the Friends of the British Museum. And for your information, I'm financing the exhibition.
Exhibition? What exhibition?
The exhibition in Cairo. Where did you think we were going? The eyes of the Sphinx were supposed to be exhibited together for the first time in decades. Now that one of them is gone, the exhibition will be rather less sensational than we'd hoped.
On the other hand, there's a chance that all the uproar will generate more attention, and that the exhibition will still be a great success.
Perhaps. But we wanted to show them both together. That was the whole point.
Vale, ha dicho que eso, el robo del museo que le afecta porque ella financia la exhibición que van a hacer en el Cairo, que iban a exhibir las dos joyas, el ojo de la esfinge y la otra, y que como la han robado, pues eso, que le afecta.
Can you tell me anything about your fellow passengers, Baroness?
No, not really. I could hardly care who's penned up in here with me. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Lucien is here, the professor. Poor fellow. The eye of the Sphinx that was stolen belonged to his collection.
Professor Lucien is an Egyptologist.
But of course. As director of the Egyptian department of the British Museum, he has to be. The whole burglary thing really upset him. Director Thomas told me he was a nervous wreck.
I'll take my leave of you now, Baroness, and I do hope your journey becomes more bearable.
Ah, yes, indeed, Inspector.
Constable. James?
Ha dicho que el doctor, imagino que es egiptólogo y que está muy decaído por el robo de la joya esa porque eso es egiptólogo del Museo Británico. Y bueno, si es este decía que no le interesa, vamos, o sea que mentira. Vale, estoy intentando darle de nuevo a la ahí.
I don't think the Baroness has any more information for me. And she's not the most pleasant conversationalist either.
Bueno, antes que nada voy a ir a ver si la madre del chico me da eso, una horquilla para el pelo y puedo abrir el cajón ese.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Please excuse my unusual request, but Matt said you have some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary. The constable won't do it any harm. Will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
Vale, eso le pido una horquilla y
Is this
ahí
one
está.
okay?
It'll do nicely, madam. How very kind of you. Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, constable.
Y ahora voy a usarla ahí en la barra.
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train. Whoops. That was easier than expected. Batteries, a toothbrush, shaving brush. But not the key to the compartment door. Just this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful.
Vale, dice que no está la llave del compartimento, que solo hay una llave. Y es demasiado pequeña, pero ya me imagino a dónde se utilizará. Vale, ahora estoy intentando salir. Ahí. Y eso, la llave imagino que es de... Voy a hablar con este tío de todas formas.
I'd better let him read his newspaper if...
Imagino que la llave es para la caja que hay aquí, de herramientas. Esta de aquí.
That's it. There we go. This should help.
Vale, pues, ¿qué es esto? Unos alicates.
My grandfather was a blacksmith. When I was a child, I used to play with tongs and hammers in his workshop. My mother never cared for that. She was always worried about my little fingers. But I never hurt myself seriously. I'm quite clever with tools. I have everything I need.
Voy a entrar a hablar con el inspector este a ver si me informa. Supongo que ahora tendré que intentar usar los alicates esos en la puerta.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
Constable Robert Oliver. Is it possible that I read your name in the newspaper?
Ah, could be, sir. Could very well be. Robert was there when the first eye of the Sphinx was stolen.
Why were you in the museum? Did you spot something from outside?
Well, sir, I noticed that a door was ajar, which was suspicious, and it was my duty to investigate, sir.
Scotland Yard gave him a commendation and assigned him to me as a liaison.
A great honor, sir.
Vale, eso que le ha preguntado por lo que hemos visto en el periódico, que estaba también en el robo de la otra joya y que hacía ahí, si había visto algo sospechoso. Y ha dicho eso, que había visto una puerta y que entró dentro para investigar. Y que ahora se lo han asignado al detective al inspector Legrand.
Baroness von Trebitz told me about her missing purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. She is financing everything, isn't she?
Indeed, sir.
I found the purse. David Kreutzer, a violinist from Austria, had it.
Está contando lo
Probably
mismo
nothing to do with our case. All the same, good work.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
Eso, que la otra le habían robado el monedero y que ya lo hemos encontrado. Ahora voy a ver la puerta esa, a ver si puedo abrirla. Y aparte tengo que hablar con el profesor. Imagino por eso, porque nos ha mentido, ¿no? Nos ha dicho que le da igual el robo eso y según parece no es así. A ver si la anciana me dice algo, ¿no? Por cierto. No creo.
There are thousands.
Ser el mayordomo de la baronesa esta.
I didn't find the conductor, but I should be able to open the door for you with these pliers.
Then go right ahead.
I bet I could really get a grip on the bolt with these.
Well, come on then, hurry up.
Hello?
Vale, pues hemos abierto con los alicates esos a la puerta. Según parece ser bien.
I barely left the window ajar.
Nothing to see.
Ah.
Are you okay?
Yes. Fine.
Do you have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Maybe the constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor.
Le pregunto por eso, porque estaba cerrada la puerta. He dicho que... Este dice que alguien quizás cerró desde dentro y salió por la ventana y por eso estaba entreabierta.
So, what are you hiding in your bag? What do you have that would be worth stealing?
No, nothing.
No valuables?
Certainly not. Not on my salary.
It was enough for a first-class compartment on a luxury train.
That's my business.
You're playing a dangerous game, Professor Lucien.
Bueno, estoy intentando interrogarlo, pero el tío no suelta a prender.
I believe you and the inspector do know each other.
Well, what makes you think that?
It seems like the two of you are running a haulage company specializing in safes.
I won't comment on that. It's a matter of international importance.
Tell me, Professor, would you happen to have a key in your briefcase? And if so, would it still happen to be there?
Then all would be as it should.
That's what we hope, at least. All the same, it would have been a simple matter for a thief to make an impression of it. Right, Professor?
Oh.
Vale. Le he dicho que conoce a Legrand. Y el otro, bueno, lo ha negado. Este ha dicho, bueno, como que están... que podrían estar trabajando juntos, pero bueno, el otro lo ha negado y ha dicho que no tendrá por casualidad una copia, una llave en su cartera. Y ha dicho que si hay, pues que el otro creo que ha dicho eso, que sí hay, y ha dicho que para un ladrón no sería difícil hacer una copia. Se supone se podría llevar la llave de la caja de seguridad que tiene el otro. Vale.
And the break-in? It wasn't an issue for you, even though you're the head of the department where it occurred?
All right. The burglary was most upsetting and shocking, and I didn't know what to do, okay?
And you couldn't just tell me that.
The fewer people who know about it, the better. I can't trust anyone.
Vale, eso le he preguntado por eso que nos había mentido, que nos había dicho que no le importaba lo del robo. Y le ha dicho que siendo el jefe del departamento de egiptología del museo, que como es imposible que no le importe. Y ahora ha admitido, pues sí, que le dejó muy desilusionado, muy triste, vamos. Y eso, que cuanto menos gente lo sepa, que mejor, por eso nos lo ha dicho.
You're not only going to Venice, are you? Could it be that your journey will continue? All the way to Egypt, perhaps? I'm on your side, but the more you lie to me, the more difficult you make my job.
Vale, eso le ha dicho que es posible que esté viajando al Cairo, vamos, que no se vaya a quedar en Venecia. Y que cuanto más le mienta, pues eso, que está en su... que él está en su lado, vamos, y que cuanto más le mienta, pues más le dificulta el trabajo.
I'd like to look around a bit.
Of course.
Vale. Voy a echar un vistazo.
No, nothing interesting.
Nada interesante ahí.
Assuming there really was someone in the compartment, and he climbed out the window, where's he gone? Did the burglar leave any clues?
Vale.
Here's something. Might be fingerprints.
Voy a utilizar esto para...
They're tough to make out, but I do believe there are some prints on the window.
Que hay
if I had a
huellas
forensics kit, I could make the prints visible with carbon powder.
Eso. Tengo que usar el polvo de grafito de antes.
A key to a padlock. I'm sure of that. It's not the...
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make what I suspect are fingerprints visible.
And? Found anything?
Unfortunately, no. There are only a couple of fingerprints on the window. It was probably cleaned before departure, but the prints I can see look like glove marks.
Well, wouldn't you expect that? What professional burglar wouldn't wear gloves?
It was worth a try.
Dice que no ha obtenido ninguna huella porque de hecho las huellas parecen de guantes, vamos, que el tipo lleva guantes, así que...
I can only make out faint traces. Whoever was in this compartment was wearing gloves.
Eso, que quien sea que estaba aquí en la cabina esta que llevaba guantes.
But what's this?
Un botón.
What do you have there?
It's a button. From a suit or a uniform, I guess.
Un botón de un traje o un uniforme.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Yo creo que ha sido el
If I notice
mayordomo
anyone
este.
with a missing button on his jacket, I'll ask him about it. But I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Aunque
If
suene
there
atópico.
was a burglar, he climbed out the window and jumped off the train.
Aquí más cosas para investigar.
The Bible, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Moby Dick, and gin, whiskey, and rum. All classics. I really wonder what the professor is hiding from me. But I can't just rifle through the luggage of innocent citizens. This is the 60s.
Son los años 60, 1960. Pensaba que era... que estaba ambientada en una... Vamos, en un año más antiguo. En 1800 y pico. Pero no.
Wow. You have a very nice fountain pen. Pricey.
If you'd managed to decode hieroglyphics that boggled the best minds of the last 3,000 years, you'd have received a gift like that as well.
Pues por aquí parece que no hay nada más.
Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Oh, nothing.
Well, good.
He's hiding something from me, and I have to find out what it is.
Dice que está escondiéndole algo y que tiene que averiguar qué es. Pero aquí no hay nada más para mirar. Así que voy a ir saliendo.
Goodbye, Professor.
Goodbye.
Tengo el botón ese que para mí que es de eso, el mayordomo este que hemos visto que se metía para ir para el fondo ahora. Voy a examinarlo.
I found the button in front of the window in the archaeologist's compartment. The burglar might have lost it while climbing out the window, but there's no proof for my theory.
No sé si el mayordomo ese lleva guantes, no me he fijado, pero no me extrañaría. Aquí no puedo hacer nada más, ¿no? En la puerta de la... Bueno, pues voy a ir a buscarle que el tipo se había ido... Joder, ahí estamos. Se había ido... Se ha metido por aquí. A ver si el niño me dice algo.
Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Le he dicho eso, que tenía razón, que había robado
Hey,
la
Matt.
moneda.
The
I knew it! I'll stay here.
Vale, pues sí, aguanta ese.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness. The butler, this James. Good day to you, sir.
Can I be of any assistance, sir?
I wanted to ask you a few questions. Where did you and the Baroness board the train?
In Paris, sir. The Baroness was there on behalf of a charity that she supported for many years.
So you weren't in London when they broke into the British Museum?
We may have been, actually. We left for Dover bright and early the morning after the burglary. But it was in Paris when we first heard of it. The morning paper in London didn't mention the unfortunate event, sir.
And just 2 days later, you're on a train bound for Switzerland. The Baroness certainly gets around.
Indeed, sir. We are practically always on the go.
Dice eso, que le he preguntado sobre dónde se montaron y eso, y bueno, al final ha dicho que cuando sucedió el robo estaban en Londres, pero que no se enteraron hasta estar en París porque no lo leyeron en el periódico. Y este ha dicho que ahora que estaban ahí, que hace 2 días estaban en Londres y que ahora estaban en el tren de camino a Suiza, que siempre están alrededor, vamos. Y el otro ha dicho que sí, siempre están viajando, no sé qué.
What can you tell me about the Baroness?
Nothing, sir. A butler does not tattle.
Vale, le pregunto qué me puede decir de la baronesa y dice que nada.
If you'll pardon a rather odd question.
Y ahora estoy preguntando que si James es su verdadero nombre.
That would be a lucky coincidence in your line of work.
My name, sir, is Clive Alfred Inch.
Your second name is Alfred, yet the Baroness calls you James.
Madam considers James to be the only forename suited to a butler, sir.
Dice que no, que se llama Clive, pero que la baronesa le llama James porque cree que James es el único nombre que le pega a un mayordomo.
Isn't butler an odd choice of career? Butler. Many would say it's a strange job.
It is true that I am one of a dying breed, sir. The war claimed a generation of butlers.
Have you been to war as well?
Indeed, sir. I was a groom for a cavalry officer.
When you British talk about war, one is never sure which war you mean. It seems the situation hasn't changed much since the 30 Years' War, has it?
Shrapnel from a bomb dropped by a Fokker would not have wounded me in the 30 Years' War, sir.
No, of course not. Goodbye, James. Or Alfred.
Bueno, y ahora le ha preguntado sobre el empleo de mayordomo y ha dicho que estuvo en la guerra. Y eso, que los mayordomos que están en extinción, vamos.
I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest. The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness.
Vale, voy a intentar combinar el botón con él. ¿No puedo? Perfecto.
I've scraped a small amount of graphite off the pencil lead. The powder is very fine.
Vale, voy a estas son las estas. Las notas. Cada vez que suena sonido de como que está escribiendo, suena eso. Digo, se actualiza esto. Vale, pues voy a ver si puedo hablar con Legrand y contarle todo. Yo sé que es eso, que el tío... Bueno, estoy seguro de que ha sido el mayordomo, ¿no?
Professor Lucien.
Vale, no quería entrar aquí. Los controles de este juego son un desastre.
How can I help you, Constable Zelda?
Professor.
Voy a eso, a hablar con Legrand, a ver si al contarle lo que hay, pues este tío deduce que el mayordomo es el ladrón, vamos.
The good professor is hiding something. It will be good.
Pardon me, sir.
We could have used you a few minutes ago.
Ese igual también lleva. Ese lleva uniforme, no me he fijado si lleva guantes.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
I got Professor Lucien into his compartment using a pair of pliers.
Did you notice anything inside the compartment?
The window was open. Someone could have climbed out.
And the professor?
Acted suspiciously. He rummaged around in his leather bag.
And?
He seemed to have found what he was searching for.
Good. Good work.
Now, perhaps you could give me some information.
Está contando eso lo de la cabina.
All right. We should...
What? The light's gone out. Flashlights.
Ah! Get off me!
There, sir. An envelope.
My dear Nico, you should take a closer look at the box. R.
What the dickens? It's
Away with it! Take cover!